It's very easy to believe that introverted intuition means IN within the MBTI or Myers-Briggs framework. But what's actually going on is quite different. INTP actually does not use introverted intuition. It uses extroverted intuition. So let me explain how that happens, why there's confusion, and what you can still do with introverted intuition information as an INTP. Hey, I'm Matt Sherman. I'm an INFP, and I like introverted intuition. So introverted intuition is about scrying into the future or reframing things, getting a meta perspective on what something is, how it works, why is it this way, kind of reshaping how you are seeing a situation, and often using that insight that comes about for transformation. Now, INTPs, they have a P at the end of the code. So that means that the perceiving function, sensing or intuiting, is extroverted. That's the one that is displayed to the world. So an INTP, ENTP, ENFP, INFP, we all use or favor extroverted intuition. Introverted intuition would be the mystic. And extroverted intuition is what I call the explorer. So the explorer is about innovation, about shaking things up, about novelty, connecting ideas from this place and this domain over here, slamming them together, seeing what emerges out of there. It's a lot like more excitable, more faster paced energy than the introverted intuition, which is more of like sifting through, going into a meditative state. Actually, that is what is happening in the brain, and sifting through and pulling out an insight. Extroverted intuition is ping-ponging all over the place, like Christmas tree lights, and lighting up all these different regions, connecting them and saying, well, okay, dog connects to cat, cat connects to my childhood cat, whose name was Sasquatch was his actual name. Sasquatch and Bigfoot. And it's like connecting all these and like, what does it remind you of? So why that is happening, again, the P is for the perceiving function being extroverted. Okay, as an introvert, that means that naturally, well, your main function, your dominant function is introverted because you are an introvert. So how you first interface with the world is an introverted method. Okay, so for you as an INTP, it's introverted thinking. Okay, because the P is saying it's extroverted intuition, right? And so that extroverted intuition would have to come second within your cognitive function stack. So introverted thinking, extroverted intuition, and those are the only two that we're going to focus on right now within the cognitive function stack. Introverted intuition is in the other zone, the unconscious functions. It's actually function 6, which, if you're wondering about like, well, what do I do with introverted intuition as an INTP, you probably don't know your cognitive function stack, and that's okay. This stuff is quite difficult when you first get into it. It's a lot of jargon, which I'm sure you're fine with, like information dumping, but you still got to understand the secret code. You have to be able to decipher it in order to piece it all together. But what you can do with introverted intuition is once you research it more, you can see likely that it doesn't feel quite right. It's like, maybe that's cool. Maybe I like that idea of being able to like isolate myself from the senses, sensory deprivation, and close off the world and get silent and pull out this insight. But when it comes to do ideas, it's time to like think of something. It's more like I'm going to put energy into it. Like I'm gonna I just need more force or more energy, more ideas, more springboards to jump off of. It's less of, let's just see what comes up and trust my unconscious mind. But you can begin to appreciate that as a character within your psyche, the mystic, about visioning, about looking into the future. Where is this all going? 30 years from now, 100 years from now, what is life going to be like? How did it come about in this way? And am I really thinking about the correct thing? Is this the most, is this the meaning that I should be attaching to this information? If not, okay, move on. If yes, okay, move on in a different way. But having that as an advisor, a different perspective to think through, is very helpful for problem solving and appreciating other people's strengths and struggles as well.